Assalamu alaikum dear students, we are learning class 9 science biology. In that we have started the new chapter, that is chapter number 13, why do we fall ill. Okay, in our previous video we had learned about the definition of the health, what are the significance of the good health, and then we had learned about some of the factors which are affecting on the health of community as well as the personal health, or we can say the individual health. So let's recall it very briefly. That health and its failure, the topic is there in your textbook, and the significance of the health. That if the particular person having the good health, then what are the importance, what are the advantages, or we can say what are the significance of that health. So we have heard the word health used quite frequently all around us. So many times we had heard this word health, that my health is not good today, my health is that, my father's, my grandfather, or any relative. So this particular word health is heard by us so many times, right? We use it ourselves as well when we say things like my grandmother's health is not good. Our teachers use it when they scold us saying this is not healthy attitude, right? What does the word health mean? The main question arises over here as we are learning biology. The question is, what do you mean by health actually, or what do you mean by healthy person? So if we think about it, we realize that it always implies the idea of being well. जब भी हम physically fit होते हैं या कोई भी physically अच्छा होता है, means if there is no disease inside any person's body, at that time we can say that the particular person is okay, or that particular person is healthy. So we normally think about that the particular person, or we can say the particular word healthy implies when a particular person is being well. But we can think of this well-being as effective functioning. For our grandmothers, being able to go out to the market or to visit neighbors is being well. Ready? हमें पता है that our grandmother, or we can say our grandparents are now becomes old. So अगर वो market जाते हैं, वो अपना काम खुद से कर लेते हैं, so we can say that okay, they are healthy, they are good. And not being able to do such things is poor health. और अगर वो खुद से अपना काम नहीं कर पाते, market नहीं जा पाते, neighbors से मिलने, so we can say that they are not in good health, or they have the poor health. Being interested in following the teaching in the classroom so that we can understand the world is called as healthy attitude. While not being interested is called the opposite. If you have interest in studies while you are sitting in the classroom, then the teachers must say, oh, that particular student is too good, that particular student has a healthy attitude, that he is taking a very good interest inside the studies. And if you do not have interest in studies, then your teacher say, no, this is very bad attitude, or we can say this is not healthy attitude, right? While not being into is called the opposite. Health is therefore a state of, this is the definition of the health, it is given in your textbook, that health is therefore a state of being well enough to function well physically, mentally and socially. सिर्फ बॉडी से फिट रहना या फिजिकली फिट रहना that not mean healthy. A proper definition of healthy says that a well enough to function well physically also, well mentally also and well socially also. फिजिकली अगर आपका फिट है, इट डज नॉट मीन दैट यू पीपल आर हेल्दी. आपका मेंटल जो स्टेटस है वो भी हेल्दी होना चाहिए, सोशल जो स्टेटस है वो भी हेल्दी होना चाहिए. Now we are moving with the second topic given in your textbook, that is personal health and community health. As we had discussed already on that day, dear students, that if health means a state of physical, mental and social well-being, it cannot be something that each one of us can achieve entirely on our own. Of course, the health of all organisms will depend on their surroundings, on their environment. In which particular environment that particular person is living, that is very much important on that particular person's health. If the some of the, for example, many people are living in villages, many people are living in rural areas, many people are living in cities, so वो कौन से environment में रह रहे हैं, that depends on personal health. The environment includes the physical environment. So, for example, health is at risk in a cyclone in many ways. Of course, जो person कौन से environment में रहता है, that depends on that individual's health. But even more importantly, human beings live in societies. Our social environment, therefore, is an important factor in our individual health. We live in villages, towns, or cities. In such places, even our physical environment is decided by our social environment. Now, what do you mean by social over here, dear students? That which kind of people, which type of people are living surrounding us? That also depends on individual's health. Not only that physical environment, not only the place, but the people which are living surrounding our area, they are also very much depend on individual's health, on personal health. Now you have the question why? Because social means different kinds of people, right? For example, if the person which are living surrounded or which are living near our areas, might be they are poor in health, might be they have some infectious disease, so we have the chances to get that infection from there. हम अच्छे हैं, हम physically, mentally, socially, we are well-being. But what about the others, those who are living near our area, they are not well then? That is the question, right? अगर वो बीमार है, if they having any infectious disease, then there are the chances to get infection from us. So here the very important thing, that is not only the physical environment, but the social environment is very important for an individual's health, for a personal health. Consider what would happen if no agency is ensuring that garbage is collected and disposed. Yes, as we had discussed earlier कि हमारे घर से जो कचरा निकलता है, the same way हमारे पूरी सिटी से जो कचरा निकलता है, अगर कोई एजेंसी, फॉर एग्जांपल नॉट एनी गवर्नमेंट एजेंसी और नॉट ए पर्सनल एजेंसी, अगर कोई भी उसका इंश्योरिटी ना ले कि हम गार्बेज नहीं उठाएंगे और वो गार्बेज के ढेर अगर हमारे घर के पास पड़े रहे, देन व्हाट हैपेंस? What would happen if no one takes responsibility for clearing the drains and ensuring that water does not collect in streets or open spaces? अगर हमारे घर के पास जो ओपन स्पेसेस है, वहाँ पे हमारा घर का निकाला गया गंदा पानी स्टेगनेट रहता है, इकट्ठा रहता है, देन what? अगर कोई उसका कोई रिमूवेबल सिस्टम नहीं है, then what happens, dear student? So this is all depending on the physical environment which is surrounding by us. So if there is a great deal of garbage thrown in our streets, or if there is open drain water lines stagnant around where we live, the possibility of poor health increases. Of course, the possibility of poor health increases because whatever the garbage which is removed out from our homes, whatever the drain water which is removed from our homes, that particular garbage and drain water contains lots of, we can say the millions of infectious bacteria, infectious viruses, etc. And that bacteria and viruses may attack on us and get infection to us also. Therefore, public cleanliness is very important for individual health. Getting, dear students, how physical environment and how social environment is very necessary for an individual's health. The second main important factor for individual health is we need food for health. Of course, अगर हम अच्छा खाना खाएंगे, हम न्यूट्रिशियस फूड खाएंगे, तभी हमारी हेल्थ अच्छी रहेगी. And this food will have to be earned by doing work. हमें कोई घर बैठे तो खाना दे नहीं जाएगा कि लीजिए खाइए. For to earn that food, we have to do any kind of work. For this, the opportunity to do work has to be available. इसके लिए काम की opportunity होना भी सबसे important है. So, the main topic is here, that is good economic conditions. economic conditions are also a very important factor in individual's health as well as community health, and jobs are therefore needed for individual health. Getting good economic condition होना, why? Because if the person having the good economic condition, that a person can buy a good food, we can say a healthy food, a nutritious food, और वो healthy और nutritious food खाने से ही उसकी health क्या है, अच्छी रहेगी. Get it? So good economic condition is very another important factor. We need to be happy in order to be truly healthy, and if we mistreat each other and are afraid of each other, we cannot be happy or healthy. जैसे कि मैंने आप लोगों को एक एग्जाम्पल दिया था, अगर आपके क्लास में कोई 2 बच्चे ऐसे हैं जो बहुत ही ज़्यादा मिसबिहेव करते हैं, दे आर सेइंग बैड वर्ड्स टू यू, हमेशा आपको डराते रहते हैं, धमकाते रहते हैं, सो इट इज़ नॉट ए हेल्दी एटमोसफियर, इट इज़ नॉट ए हैप्पी एटमोसफियर. वाई? बिकॉज उसकी वजह से आपका जो मेंटल लेवल है वो हैप्पी नहीं रहेगा. हैप्पी नहीं रहेगा मीन्स इट इज़ नॉट हेल्दी, एंड इफ योर मेंटल स्टेटस इज नॉट हेल्दी, यू आर नॉट एट ऑल हेल्दी. So this is also a main important over here, that we have to be treat each and everyone social equality, we can see, right? Social equality and harmony, this is a very important factor which is depend on individual's health as well as community health. They are necessary for individual health. We can think of many other such examples of connections between community issues and individual health. So dear students, these are the different factors. Which are the different factors? That first is public cleanliness, we had learned about. Second, we had learned about the good economic condition, and third is social equality and harmony. So these are the particular factors which are not only affecting the individual's health, but they are also affecting the community health. Moving with the next topic in this chapter, dear students, that is distinctions between healthy and disease free. Yes, so first of all you have to clear both of this word. One is healthy and one is disease free. अभी जैसे हमने बात की, if अगर कोई आपको पूछता है what do you mean by healthy, so you can say that if a particular person does not have any kind of disease inside in his or her body, we can say that particular person is healthy. No. We had learned now just the definition of healthy, that a state of well-being physically, mentally and socially. Now here the word is disease free. अगर कोई person disease free है, उसके पास उसकी बॉडी में कोई डिजीज नहीं है, not even a single disease. So can we say that person healthy person? No, because we do not know about the mental status or social status of that particular person. So we have to find out the differences between healthy and disease free. If this is what we mean by health, what do we mean by disease? Okay, the very first question, हम disease किसे कहेंगे? What do you mean by disease? So disease एक ऐसी condition है, it is one type of condition in which a particular person is not being well. वो किसी ना किसी तरीके से थोड़ा बहुत confusion में है या उसे कुछ तकलीफ है, that particular stage is called as disease. The word is actually self-explanatory. We can think of it as disease means disturbed case. Getting dear students, what is the meaning of disease over here? That is disturbed case. ये एक ऐसा स्टेज है, ये एक ऐसा कंडीशन है जिसके अंदर जो भी पर्सन है वो किसी ना किसी तरीके से डिस्टर्ब रहता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ वी टेक ए सिंपल एंड कॉमन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ कॉमन कोल्ड, सर्दी, राइट, जो बहुत ही लोगों को नॉर्मल है, उसे हम डिजीज क्यों कहेंगे? क्योंकि वो हमारा जो डिस्टर्ब करता है, किसे जो ईजीनेस है वो उसको डिस्टर्ब करता है, एंड दैट इज व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड एज डिजीज. डिजीज इन अदर वर्ड्स लिटरली मीन्स बीइंग अनकंफर्टेबल. जब भी इट इज द स्टेट और इट कैन से इट इज द कंडीशन ऑफ बीइंग अनकंफर्टेबल, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट? डिजीज. However, the word is used in a more limited meaning. We talk of disease when we can find find a specific and particular cause for discomfort. जैसे हम अभी common cold की बात कर रहे थे, so common cold में running nose, running eyes, headache and all that, these all are the discomfort test to the particular person. That is why it is called as a disease. Means जब भी हमारी easiness में हमारी जो comfortable state है एक person का, उसमें जब भी कभी थोड़ा बहुत up and down होता है, at that time we can say that a particular person is suffering from a particular disease. We talk the disease when we can find a specific and particular cause for discomfort. This does not mean that we have to know the absolute final cause. We can say that someone is suffering from diarrhea without knowing exactly what has caused the loose motions. अगर कोई person जो diarrhea से suffer कर रहा है, but that particular person still does not know that actually loose motion का reason क्या है. Either any bacteria is responsible behind that, or any food that which had taken by that particular person. Means cause हमें नहीं पता कि disease किससे हुआ, but the particular person is still suffering from that disease. We can now easily see that it is possible to be in poor health without actually suffering from a particular disease. Simply not being diseased is not the same as being healthy. Get it? डिजीज फ्री होना और हेल्दी होना दोनों बहुत ही अलग अलग कंडीशंस हैं. गुड हेल्थ फॉर ए डांसर मे मीन बीइंग एबल टू स्ट्रेच हिज बॉडी इनटू डिफिकल्ट बट ग्रेसफुल पोजीशंस. इट इज रिटन ओवर हियर डियर स्टूडेंट्स. अगर कोई डांसर है तो डांसर के लिए हेल्दी स्टेट क्या रहेगा, दैट और हाउ वी कैन से पर्टिकुलर डांसर हैविंग गुड हेल्थ, अगर वो अपनी बॉडी को अच्छी तरीके से स्ट्रेच कर लेता है और अच्छे से ग्रेसफुल पोजिशंस कर लेता है, जो बहुत ही ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट है, सो वी कैन से दैट द पर्टिकुलर डांसर इज इन गुड हेल्थ. ऑन द अदर हैंड, गुड हेल्थ फॉर अ म्यूजिशियन may mean having enough breathing capacity in his or her lungs to control the notes from his or her throat. अगर कोई म्यूजिशियन है वो सही तरीके से अपना म्यूजिक बना लेता है, so we can say that musician is in a good health. To have the opportunity to realize the unique potential in all of us is also necessary for real health. For example, you are students. Whatever the task is given to you by your teachers, either the homework or any physical activity or any group activity, अगर वो activities आप अच्छी तरीके से कर लेते हैं, it means that you people are in good health. So we can be in poor health without there being a simple cause in the form of an identifiable disease. This is the reason why when we think about health, we think about societies and communities. On the other hand, when we think about disease, we think about individual sufferers. Getting dear students, जब भी हम health के बारे में सोचते हैं, so not only we are considering about our health and individual health, but at that time we are also thinking about the society, community health also, right? And whenever we are thinking about the diseases, we think about the individual sufferers. जब भी हम डिजीज़ के बारे में सोचते हैं तो हम एक इंडिविजुअल, एक पर्टिकुलर पर्सन के बारे में सोचते हैं, दैट द पर्टिकुलर पर्सन इज सफरिंग फ्रॉम पर्टिकुलर डिजीज. गेट इट? Okay, now the next topic here is disease and its causes. Disease, what is disease and what are the causes of that different diseases? So what does disease look like? Very first question over here in your textbook. So let us now think a little more about diseases. In the first place, how do we know that there is a disease? हमें कैसे पता चलेगा कि किसी को disease है? In other words, how do we know that there is something wrong with the body? Of course, हमने अभी पढ़ा that disease means what? Discomfortness inside the body. So how we can get to know that a particular body is suffering from anything? There are many tissues in the body, as we had seen in chapter number 6. These tissues make up physiological systems or organ systems that carry out body functions. Each of the organ systems has specific organs as its parts and it has particular functions. So the digestive system has the stomach and intestine and it helps to digest food taken in from outside the body. The musculoskeletal system, which is made up of bone, the musculoskeletal system, which is made up of bones and muscles, holds the body parts together and helps the body move. It means that the short of this paragraph is that our body is made up with different type of organ system, or we can say the physiological system. Right, for two examples are given over here. The first example is of digestive system. That digestive system is made up with different kind of organs which are present, including stomach inside it, which is doing the process of digestion of the food which we are taken outside from the body. And second example is given of the skeletal system, in which muscles and bones are joined together and help allow us to movement. Allow any kind of movement to sitting, sleeping, bending, all this movement, right? When there is a disease, either the functioning or the appearance of one or more systems of the body will change for the worse. These changes give rise to symptoms and signs of diseases. Symptoms of diseases are things we feel as being wrong. So we have a headache, we have a cough, we have loose motions, we have a wound with pus. These are all symptoms. These indicate that there may be a disease, but they do not indicate what the disease is. For example, a headache may mean just examination stress, or very rarely it may mean meningitis or any one of a dozen different diseases. अगर कोई कहता है that I am having a headache, मेरा सिर दुख रहा है, so we cannot directly say that what is the cause of that headache. या तो वो headache एक simple stress हो सकता है, या बहुत ही rarely वो meningitis हो सकता है, और कोई भी dozen of diseases है जिसका एक main symptom है, that is what headache. Signs of diseases are what physicians will look for on the basis of the symptoms. Of course, अगर आपको कोई भी disease होता है, कोई भी आपकी body के अंदर discomfortness है, आप जब भी डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं, what is the first question asked by a doctor? What are the symptoms? क्या हो रहा है भाई आपको? And then you are going to say your different systems कि मुझे सिर दुख रहा है, या मुझे खांसी हो रही है, coughing हो रहा है, whatever. Getting? So the very first thing over here that जो भी disease है वो हम कैसे पता कर सकते हैं? How we are going to know about that disease? On the basis of these symptoms. Science will give a little more definite indication of the presence of a particular disease. Physicians will also get laboratory tests done to pinpoint the disease further. अगर हमारे symptoms के बाद भी जो physician है, जो doctor है, वो नहीं पकड़ पाता that which kind of disease is there within your body, then he will going to give some of the tests which we have to be done inside the laboratory. So why it is so? Because to pinpoint the disease further, एक particular disease को पकड़ने के लिए we are the physician will going to give the laboratory test. Now there are two different types of diseases, acute disease and chronic disease. We will learn afterwards about the types of the diseases, what is acute disease and what is chronic disease.